The New England Patriots just got great news heading into their Giants game. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the Daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, notification bell, and hit the like, boom, button. Oh, that was tight. That was good. That was really smooth. Nice and smooth. Tonight, 8 o'clock, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Giants and the Jets, it always blows my mind. They're not even in New York City. They are in East Rutherford, New Jersey. You can see the stadium from Manhattan, but it's not in New York. So should we just call them the New Jersey Giants? Comment below. New Jersey Giants, New Jersey Jets? I don't know. Comment below. Just interesting thought. Food for thought. So anyways, today what we're going to be talking about, some good news for a player who's on the cut list, who's right there on the fringe. Good news for him as well. We're going to jump into some other good offensive news, specifically talking about Drake Maye. And then at the end, just because it is game day and we're putting this video out early for all you OGs, all you big fans, we're going to be talking Vegas odds and what we got to look forward to in tonight's game. So jumping right into it, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Javon Baker. Now, the good news heading into this game is though he didn't play Monday or Tuesday in practice, he is going to be dressing, he's going to be traveling. And the big question is what is it going to look like for him in this game against the Giants? Because a lot of people would say and speculate right now, Polk and Bourne, not necessarily on the team. Struggling, a lot to work on, and have just been injured, so really have not been able to showcase. Now, Javon Baker has that opportunity to come out and show, hey, I deserve this spot. The question becomes, how many wide receivers is this team going to keep on their 53-man roster? Now, they make cuts Tuesday, the 24th. They have to have it whittled down to their 53-man roster. So it becomes, are they going to keep 6 or 7? That's my first question. Besides the New Jersey question, that is my first question for you guys. They keep in 6, they keep in 7, and who do you think it's going to be? Now, as we've said before, it's going to be, as I've said, it's going to be Diggs. It's going to be Diggs. It's going to be Diggs, Williams, Hollins, Booty, BTB, as well as Pop Douglas and Chisholm. So those six for sure. And then it becomes, okay, Javon Baker, is he going to make it? A lot of people have questions on Jalen Polk and what that is going to look like. We'll get into a kind of a little side story in just a second based on that tweet I have showing. But again, we look at good news. Baker is going to play, going to have one more opportunity to prove himself to this coaching staff and to Patriots Nation. And I expect you to see targets like that of Chisholm the past couple of games. Now, this past game, he did have he did, I believe, have 7 targets. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not all the passes were ideal. He did drop some. Some were, he was led way too far by Dobbs and whatnot. But I expect to see, if he's in the game playing, I'm going to say 6, 7, 8 targets. Expect it. They want to see what he can do. The pressure is on. I saw it on Reddit. Someone said this is a career-defining game or something like that. I was dying laughing. But anyways, it's true. So again, I think this is good. I think there's been a lot of promise in Javon Baker as opposed to Jalen Polk. A lot of people have pointed out, listen, he's been playing special teams. That's true. I would argue the biggest thing is, hey, we want him to be a good wide receiver, and the bonus is he's special teams. And again, he had a lot of promise last year. The question becomes, is he going to be that 7th guy, and is he going to be able to prove that tonight? Again, I think it's great. He's going to be able to play. I think that's good news for us going into this game because it gives us something to truly watch, and that's going to be on the fringe of should he make it, should he not make it. It makes it more exciting for us, and it just makes it where, hey, we as an organization, you don't want to miss on a guy that has potential. Javon Baker, I would even say Polk, they have potential, but they have yet to prove it consistently. There's been times they've both had times in training camp, whether that was this year or last year. They've had moments where they've shown flashes. But the question is, can Baker come out tonight and truly perform? Another question for you right there. Comment below. Tell me your thoughts. But again, I think that's good news. He is dressing out. He's going to travel. He's going to play. Expect him to get a lot of targets. Do you think he will perform? Comment below. We go to Jalen Polk now. Jalen Polk, there's been a lot of speculation that, yes, he's most likely going to be cut, even though he's a second round draft pick last year. But if he is cut, then the Pittsburgh Steelers would be very interested in looking at him. As of right now, you look at the Steelers, they got Metcalf, they got Roman Wilson, and then as well, they have Calvin Austin. And then after that, it really drops off when it comes to wide receivers. So interested in, hey, if the Patriots cut him, we bring them in, throw them on the roster, and we develop them thinking that they can possibly even a trade for a seventh rounder. Who knows? But an interesting development. Again, I am anyone who watches this channel knows I am a glass half full type person. You like to assume the best out of someone until it's not working out. And I think with Jalen Polk right now, usually I feel like teams will give, at least 2 years, and they kind of look it out and they feel it out and they say, okay, this isn't working. But I feel right now it's just not working. And he's not doing himself a favor by not playing tonight. So comment below. I'm asking a lot of comments, asking a lot of questions today, but tell me what you think. Jalen Polk, what are your thoughts? What do you think happens with him? Javon Baker tonight, Kendrick Bourne, what are your guys' thoughts? I would love to hear them. Next up, Drake Maye. I thought this was a really good tweet. I know this dropped the other day, but I just saw it and came across my Twitter feed. But Drake Maye said he hardly heard from AVP Alex Van Pelt, the offensive coordinator from last year, in his helmet last year, excluding play calls. Obviously, you're getting the play call. You always see the quarterback sitting here like this. But Josh McDaniels is in his ear a lot more with tips and observations before plays. That's huge. Listen, it's in the details. Everyone knows that. It's in the details. Josh McDaniels, there's a reason he is one of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL. Things like this. Hey, I'm going to see something. I'm going to point that out to you as quick as I can. I'm sure he's talking as fast as he can because it gets to a point where it cuts and you can't hear him anymore. But he's probably calling out the play, and then he's telling them, hey, this is what you need to look for. This is what you need to see. Watch the safety right here. Boom. Hey, if on the first read, this person's not open based on this, whatever they're saying, or hey, watch for the edge to drop, whatever it might be. Love to see this. Expect, again, I think a lot of people are saying Drake Maye, sophomore slump. How can you be projecting a sophomore slump when the man has significantly better weapons around him everywhere in all aspects of the field? I don't know. I don't see it. But anyways, I just love hearing this. Thought I would point that out. Last but not least, just because we do it before games, even if it's a preseason game and the last of them all in New Jersey against the Giants, the Patriots right now are underdogs. So they are getting in the spread 6.5, so essentially a touchdown, which again in the NFL is pretty wild. But again, this is preseason. We got to take that into effect as well. Money line, also the underdog, plus 225. Again, if you have no idea what that means, always just throw this out there. That means if it's a plus, if you bet $100, you win $225, and then obviously you get your money back. If it were to be a minus 225, that means you have to bet 225 just to win $100. And then obviously you would get your money back as well. Over under 37.5. Not a ton. But if it all depends on how Mike Vrabel, I feel like, is running this offense and how he's putting his personnel in there. Are the ones going to get a good amount of time? Obviously, same for the Giants. What's that going to look like for the Giants when you have Jameis Winston, you have Jackson Dart, you have Russell? They have a lot. Russell Wilson, they got a lot going on there. And so what is it going to look like from each team? How are they going to approach this game? But I'm excited for it. Just because it's football. I don't care if it's preseason or not. It's football. It's fun to watch, especially with stories like Javon Baker, even Cole Strange we didn't talk about today. So watch him as well, see what kind of play he's getting. But I think the bigger picture things that we need to be looking at is someone like Javon Baker. Again, good news he's playing and seeing his production. I would say Kyle Duggar as well, Jennings, in the likes of Cole Strange, and maybe some other depth pieces. So comment below, who else should we be watching for in tonight's game? Would love to hear from you guys. Again, you're welcome from the early video today. Hopefully you're able to watch it at lunch or whatever. We'll talk later. Hit the sub button. Peace.